Dear students of primary, junior, and higher secondary standard, students, we welcome you in our lecture punctuation. Students, in this lecture 4 English version lecture, we will study how to use question mark, how to use dash and colon, and how to use exclamatory mark. Now, students, you are with M. Rahman and you are attending ORAC classes of English language. Please to continue with us. Please students, don't forget to subscribe our channel ORAC classes of English language, and if you like our channel, please don't forget to like, share and comment. Now students, let's begin our punctuation in this lecture 4 with how to use question mark. Students, first see what is punctuation, what is question mark. Question mark is this mark that is placed here, and student, this mark is used after questions. Now students, sometimes students get confused when they have a positive when they have an assertive type sentence and there is a question mark. There may be a question mark. Students, let's understand first what I am trying to say. Suppose students, I say in affirmative sentence I am asking a question. Suppose you are here, it means I am asking, are you here? You have done it means I am asking, have you done it? Students, when in this story, while you write a story and you put an assertive question, but through assertive question you are asking something, then you can put question mark, because mark is according to the intention of the speaker. But generally, when such type of questions are given, there a sentence that is assertive sentence isn't given in your questions. Generally, the sentence that is based on an interrogative sentence is given for your punctuation. Now let's begin where we use question mark. Example number 1: do Sumit and his friends go to Sarvodaya Higher Secondary School? Now students, with the question mark we will use some other punctuation marks too. Now let's begin with this sentence with this example number 1. Do Sumit and his friends go to Sarvodaya Higher Secondary School? D capital because it is the first letter of the sentence. Sumit as capital because Sumit is the you say proper noun, and his friends go to Sarvodaya Higher Secondary School. It's a name of an institution, that's why it is also a proper noun. S capital, H capital, higher, R small, full stop, S capital, secondary, full stop, school, S capital, and then question mark. Now students, the thing that is to know is you use S capital in this word school. Generally school is used as a common noun, and but this common noun is a part of a proper noun, that's why I mentioned here as capital. I wrote this as capital, and all the letters written in blue color are punctuated. Now students, the proper answer is do Sumit and his friends go to Sarvodaya Higher Secondary School, and then question mark. Student, this is a yes no type question, that's why I put question mark in the last. And we also followed the other rules of punctuation in this sentence, because only question mark isn't to be focused, but all the points that are related to punctuation we should attention to them. Students, now example second: could you give Rohan a book, said Shobhit. Now student, let's see how we can use question mark in direct and indirect form. I have given both the sentences based on direct and the other based on indirect form. Now let's see, could you give Rohan a book? Okay, this could, C is small, is written capital here. After, because you know after inverted commas first letter is written capital. Could you give Rohit are capital because Rohit is a name, a book question mark, and then inverted commas close. After inverted commas close, you student, you write as a small, Shobhit as in blue ink, and then full stop. Now students, the main thing is if you have an interrogative sentence, inside the commas you put question mark there. If it had been full stop, we would have changed it into comma, because full stop is changed into a comma whenever we write inverted commas in the beginning of the sentence. But if that full stop is in there is no full stop, but there is only question mark or a sign of exclamation. Such marks remain as it is. Now students, let's see if we see the punctuation, if we use punctuation mark in indirect form. He asked me, there may be if, whether or why, doesn't matter, it doesn't matter. Sumit as capital would go there. Now students, after using asked, we don't use question mark in the end, because the second part, which was in question form, which was in interrogative form, we change it into assertive form. What is assertive form, students? When we use helping verb, when we use helping verb after subject, we use full stop here, and students, we don't use question mark here. It is a very important rule, you don't forget it. Now students, let's come to point number 7, use of dash and colon. Student, these two marks are called colon and this long bar is called dash. Now the question is where we use it. Students, let's understand again. Dash and colon are used after a word or expression introducing a series of examples or explanation. It means that this dash is used to denote that we are going to write related to the heading. In other words, suppose, students, let's begin with this. There is a question. We use this in an instruction. In an instruction, how do we write an instruction? The important points are, it means suppose you are writing something and you are indicating something, then the points will be given in the lower part of your page, in the lower part of your page, students. Then points means points are to be explained in other words after this. It means these points are going to be opened in other words. That's why I use this dash. You could have used students colon here. Suppose this is not an example, but it is instruction of this question. That's why you say in an instruction. What instruction? All these are the part of this instruction. That's why I used colon here. Other than this, students, to explain this explanation, I would like to give this example first. Suppose I wrote question, Q capital, because it's the first letter, and then colon and dash, means you are going to write a question, means question is going to be explained. Answer, in short, answer and this mark, and you are going to explain the answer, and you can write answer in capital, colon and then dash, and you can continue writing your answer. This is further explanation. Now students, let's come back and see. Sometimes students, we have a comprehensive question and we have to give a title suitably to that passage. Sometimes students, we have a title without such a combination. Suppose you say a successful king, a wise king, but sometimes we have a very figurative answer. Then students, we write spiritualism. Suppose some paragraph is written spiritualism, but students, on what type of spiritualism was that paragraph written, you will have to explain. It means you will indicate that spiritualism is written on these points. It means you are further explaining in on what points spiritualism is written. Means spiritualism, a way to the soul, hard work dash a key to success. This is the title, and students, in place of colon and dash, you can change them, vice versa. You can use hard work colon a key to success and spiritualism dash a way to the soul, because both the marks, both the types of marks show the same thing. Now students, let's have a few example here and let's have a look. Example third, attempt the following questions. Attempt the following questions. This is your instruction. As I have already told you in the beginning, you write dash and you can use these colon, and student, this mark that is written in black color, it is a slash. Slash gives you option whether you can choose this or this. In this way, let's come to example number 4. Our Indian music. Now student, there may be so many things based on our Indian music. Our Indian music based on some genre of music, based on some instruments. But suppose we are going to describe our Indian music in terms of stories and anecdotes, means we are going to tell you some stories and anecdotes that is based on our Indian music. That's why we are going to illustrate this our Indian music, means i.e. that is stories and anecdotes. You can use here colon to our Indian music, stories, anecdotes, both are right. Okay, then we use this colon and dash for further explanation. Now students, let's take a point number 8 of today's lecture, use of exclamatory mark. Exclamatory mark is used just a bar and a full stop below it, and we use this exclamatory mark, student, when we address somebody, when we show our sudden feelings and emotions. Now let's see how we use it. Oh, oh, bravo, wow, hooray, alas, oh, fie, shit. Such type of expressions, after these interjections, these are called interjections, we use students sign of exclamation, and after interjection, this is called interjection, bravo, wow, these expressions, we use first letter capital here, you can say. But students, when these expressions are used in addressing somebody, like here, oh Julius Caesar, it means I am calling Julius Caesar, then we use sign of exclamation and small letter. Okay, you please try to keep it in mind, bear in mind, we use a small letter. But when we use them as a, you see, interjection, we use capital letter, means the next word is begin with capital letter. This is the main thing, you don't be confused. Now students, let's example number 2, example second. What a pleasant surprise. What a pleasant surprise, it's an exclamatory expression, that's why I use sign of exclamation here, because the structure of this sentence doesn't let us know that it is a statement. This is a surprise, this is an emotion. How greatly Mr. Vashishta speaks. How greatly Mr. Vashishta speaks, sign of exclamation. How never means here that we are raising a question, because whenever we raise a question, students, we use question mark, and in the structure, in the syntax of a sentence, we use helping verb compulsorily. In questions we use helping verb compulsorily, but there is no helping verb here, that's why we use this exclamation, or you can say mark of exclamation or exclamatory mark in the last of this sentence, and these marks are written with blue color. Now let's see the same thing in a direct form, direct speech. He said, inverted commas begin H capital, and inside hooray, H capital, inverted commas begin, sign of exclamation. And because this is interjection, that's why I use W capital, and we have one full stop and commas close. And one more thing is there that is to be paid, that should be paid attention, that is whenever you use this sign of exclamation here, you use full stop is at the last of the expression, and then after that full stop you use inverted commas close, and each mark must have its own place. These two commas must not be put over the full stop. O world, O life, O time. Student, this is the third type of capital letter system and sign of exclamation, because this is a title. O W capital world, O L capital life, O T capital time, and this sign of exclamation put 3 times. O world, O life, O time. This is the way how to use a mark of exclamation in the title of a book or a poem that is written by P.B. Shelley. Now students, let's see. O Julius Caesar, sign of exclamation, thou art mighty yet. I have already described the reason of using this small letter, because whenever we address somebody, we use a small letter after it, and then in the last full stop. I hope students you have understood it very well, and it is going to be very helpful in your examination to put right punctuation and to punctuate your sentence properly. And to continue this chapter punctuation with us students, don't forget to subscribe our channel so that you may get all the lectures related to punctuation and to enhance your ability to punctuate a sentence properly, because punctuation is a very important part of grammar, so that you may attempt your writing section properly. Wish you all the best students, and I hope you will subscribe my channel Oracy Classes of English Language. And if you like our lecture, please don't forget to share, like and comment. Thanks a lot.